Hello everyone, welcome to this video which is going to be all about thumb picks. I'm going to make a whole series of videos about thumb picks and thumb picking because that's what people ask me about, so I'm going to do it. The first video, we're going to get your thumb pick so you can actually wear it comfortably and use it comfortably, because a lot of people get put off using a thumb pick because they buy one from the shop and it looks like this. It's got a really long blade on it and they put it on and it feels really awkward and uncomfortable. So the first thing you need to do is get a thumb pick that is roughly the right size. I like Dunlop mediums, and my kind of shop bought thumb pick of choice. You want it tight, okay? Some people complain because they think, oh, it's a bit tight. It's like, yeah, it is, and it needs to be tight because otherwise it'll fall off. All right. So, as I was saying, for me, the blade is too long. I know Tommy Emmanuel gets on with a long blade, that's just fine. Lots of people do, but I can't. So I'm going to use these tools to show you how to modify and customize your thumb pick into the way that you like it. Now, when I started using a thumb pick, I was a flat picker, and the flat pick I used to use was this, which is a Dunlop Jazz 3. This is a Tortex one. And I would hold it like this. And I still do it if I'm using a flat pick. So hopefully this overhead's working all right. So you can see that a very, very short amount of the pick is actually sticking outside my thumb, my playing surface. So if you compare that, the length of that tip there to the length of that, it's night and day. So I thought to myself one day, what about if I just cut the tip down so it's the same shape as a Jazz 3? So basically that's what I do. I get my cutters. These are a set of side cutters that I keep in my guitar bag just for strings and stuff. You can use nail clippers, but these work fine and they're cheap. And I cut the tip off. Now watch out for this bit, because when you cut them, they really ping off. So, ow, just like that. But that's fine. So I've done one side, and then I'm going to go across the other side, like that. And that's roughly, I'm going to come down a bit more with that actually, like that. So now that is a super, super rough version of what we're after. Now what I might do at this point is take the file that's on here. This is just the leather one. Again, this lives in my guitar bag for all sorts of jobs. And I just kind of get rid of the very rough edges, because it's a very rough file. Just take the points off basically and see how we're looking with the shape. Okay, so that's still too long. I'll probably put some kind of fast picking music under this bit and fast forward it. I might not though. I might not, because it won't take long. Okay, so once I've got it down to the rough shape, so that's looking better. So that's a lot shorter. So that's getting closer now. You can see there to how my Jazz 3 will be looking. So once I've got that, I get rid of this really rough one because it's too rough, and I take one of my nail files that I use for just doing my nails. Which, if you don't do your nails, your fingernails, and you're a finger picker, you should give it a try, because it makes a huge difference to your tone if you've got really smooth fingernails. So I use these. This one's got 6 grades of filing and buffing. These are fine. These have got 4. Anyway, on the rough side, again, I'm just shaping it roughly now. So I'm going to get in there, file that down. Both sides, top and bottom, you want to do. Okay. And it's beginning to look more presentable. It's going to be some kind of weird. This is super niche, isn't it? What a super niche video I'm doing. But I hope you're enjoying it. It's a practical lesson. Thumb pick modification and customization. The kids are going to go crazy for it. No. So there we go. That's pretty good now, I would say. So once I get to that stage, the next thing to do is to just pick up a guitar and have a little try. Still a little bit long. Ooh, still a little bit long there. So you could take the cutters to it, but I almost always cut it too short then. So I'm just going to go at it again with the nail file. But this time, just take the tip right off. So square it off, and then I'll round it from there. But you know, you could do this to whatever shape works for you. This is just the way that I like it. I like it to come to a fairly sharp point. But some people like them rounded, and they always end up rounded. Again, top and bottom. There we go. That looks pretty good. Okay. Lovely. So once I've done that, then I'll go through the next couple of grades. Just get it, smooth it down, really get that shape dialed in to how you like it. I could like just do a complete soundtrack underneath this whole thing, couldn't I? Just stop when I play. Always have a reasonable cup of coffee while you're doing this job. I normally do it 2 or 3 picks at a time, and then choose my favourite, which my wife calls Thumbpick X Factor. She also hates the sound of this filing, which is why I come and do it in the studio. So there we go. Now I'm getting to smooth it down, get the buffing done. Let's try that. That's all right, actually. You can really feel the rough edges as you get the shape down. So you can feel that's got a bit of a lip on it there. So I'm going to move to my smaller thumb pick, and this is going to be more, you know, fast forward bit now. But smoothing it off, rounding off those edges, rounding this side, getting the tip nice and smooth. All right. So once we've got the blades down to the right shape, the next step, because I find that they can be a bit slippery, so what I like to do is use this stuff, which is bow rosin, violin bow rosin that you stick on violin bows. It's like a sticky block, and I like to rub it on the inside of the thumb pick, but it would just all fall out if there wasn't something else in there. So I use a little blade. I think it's actually a screwdriver, a little mini screwdriver here. I've used little screwdrivers, screws, nails, something that's got an edge to it, so you can get in here inside the thumb pick and scratch up the inside. Now some people don't like this noise. All right, so if you don't like some noises, like kind of scrapey, scratchy noises, mute your speaker now. Oh, actually, this one's not too bad. Okay, so I scratch it across, and I kind of do a cross-hatch pattern as much as I can. It's a bit awkward. You've got to be really careful not to jab yourself in the finger, obviously. And then put a few more random scratches in, and then I'll do it around the top as well. This is a bit more awkward, obviously, because it's curved. You scrape up the whole of the inside there with little scratches, trying at them crossing. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I like to think it does. It seems to hold more rosin that way. And right down in the little kind of bend there, not too much in the bend because you don't want to weaken that joint too much. Okay, cool. So once that's done, the next job is with the rosin. this is the thing that gets you some funny looks if people see you doing it at gigs sometimes. I normally do it into the little tin. Get some kind of blade, doesn't have to be a blade this big, but something sharp, could be a screwdriver, anything, and then you want to scrape off that powder. I have used some kind of softer stuff before, like pick honey or gorilla snot stuff, but I always end up going back to rosin. Seems to kind of last in the grooves a bit better somehow. The good thing with rosin is as well, the hotter you get, the more it sticks. So if you're on a particularly hot gig, you're less likely to use your thumbpick. Right, so there we go. You can see in there now. Got that. So the next thing to do is just take my little finger, put it in there, rub the powder into all of those grooves. And it's a bit sticky, that's a bit horrible, but that's okay. There we go. Now, before touching your guitar, go and wash your hands, because the rosin, if you get rosin on your strings, it's just a real pain. It's just a real pain because it's really sticky. That is the point of it. So I'm going to wash my hands, and then we're going to try it out. All right, see you in 2 minutes. I'm back. I've got clean hands. Let's try this Thumbpick out. That's basically all there is to it. Now, try not to get too much rosin on the outside. Let's give that a go. Oh, need new strings, that's for sure. That's a pretty good one. I might have made it a little bit too short, we'll see. I really need to tune this guitar, don't I? I really need to change the strings on this guitar. But there we go. That's how you can modify and customize Thumbpicks to suit you and your playing style. They don't have to be that short, they don't have to be that shape. Rosin's really good because it sticks. Scratching out the inside's a great idea. Again, helps to kind of keep it firm. And that's, that's a great thing to do if you're transferring from flat picking to using a Thumbpick. Try getting the tip to be close to the shape of your normal flat pick, the way you hold it, and see how that works for you. Let me know how you get on in the comments. I'll be interested to hear. Okay, this is a little extra thing that I forgot to mention in the main video, but I thought I'd jam it in there before I do the outro. So this video will make even less sense now. If your Thumbpick is too loose or too tight, you can adjust it by doing what I'm about to do. So here is the Thumbpick we made earlier. This is a kettle which I'm boiling a little bit of water in until steam comes out the spout here. When you put this in the steam of the spout, it goes really soft. And then I'm going to dump it in this cup of cold water here. Look at that. Oh, look at that old merch. Woo! So put that there. It goes soft. There we go. And you can see it being soft there if it's too small. And now I've stretched it out a bit, stick it in cold water. And it'll hold that shape. So it's gone a bit wider now. Of course, I didn't actually want to make this one wider because it was a fine shape. So what I'm going to do is put it back in the steam, squeeze it back down, stick it back in the cold water. I've probably made it too tight now, but you get the idea. No, that's fine. So now it's a nice snug fit. So that's how you can adjust the size of your Thumbpick. But remember, don't make it too loose, and don't put your thumb in it straight after putting it in the steam, because it hurts. I speak from experience. I should also say that quite often these days you'll see me using one of these, which is the Ord Thumbpick by DaveDave Picks, who's a custom pick maker up in Scotland, and he kind of developed this. We developed it together. It's very similar. You'll see in shape to the way that I cut down standard picks. The main difference with this one is that you can obviously see it's a lot thicker, and it's made of a resin. So it's got a very different tone to those kind of picks there. The difference in tone is much more evident on the guitar with fresh strings. I'm going to change these later on today. But anyway, there we go. Thumb picks. Let me know any more thumb pick related questions you've got in the comments, because I'm very happy to make some more videos like this. But I don't know what people want to know. But yeah, have a go with a thumb pick. You'll love it. See you soon.